go. Racism can't be lived because it's trying to make me deny how I was created in the image of God. Sexism has to go, trying to tell women that they have a less humanity than other folk. Chauvinism has to go. Homophobia has to go. That tries to say to folk, you don't have a place because you were born different in your sexuality. Any trick of the devil, all kind of power that says turn yourself over to me has to go. Because only one king and one God, and anything else trying to make us bow has to go. I serve one God and one King through Jesus Christ, and bowing down to anything else is not even an option. And when the Lord is King, there are things you just can't do. And when the Lord is King, there are things you just have to do. Have mercy, Jesus. And that's the next lesson here. Jesus had kings in his family tree, but Jesus couldn't be born in a palace. Why? Because one preacher said it like this: Jesus represents backdoor divinity. Because that's where most people are. Most people aren't sitting on the throne. They aren't sitting in a palace. Jesus' earthly genealogy had everybody in it. Everybody in it. In Jesus Christ, the prostitute, the king, the male, the female, the Jew, the Gentile, one race, another race, the moral and the immoral, they all at the cross as equals. Equally sinful, equally lost, equally loved, equally accepted. Doesn't matter what it says. So-and-so begot so-and-so, so-and-so begot so-and-so, so-and-so begot. The word begot is a clue. It means even in the begatting or the beginning, the grace of God is so pervasive that even in the begots of the Bible, they're dripping with mercy. Everything ever born and put in is dripping with mercy, but for the grace of God and the mercy with God. I wish I had a witness on here. Somebody was born dripping with mercy. That's how you got here. Somebody was born dripping with prevenient grace. No matter how you got here, no matter what your family was like, it was the grace of God and the mercy of God. And then there's this final lesson. Only one king should be king, and that is him who is Lord. Oh, that's what Revelations 19 and 16 is saying. The only one that has the right to tattoo king on his body is the one that can declare, I'm King of Kings and I'm Lord of Lords. Anybody else is an imitator. See, you can't, for we know as people of faith, you can't be my king unless you can be my Lord. Unless you created the whole world out of nothing. Unless you was before was, and even shall be even after what is and was have been away. Unless you can bring down Pharaoh and open up Red Seas. Unless you can be buried on Friday, crucified on Friday, buried on Friday, dead on Saturday, raised on Sunday, and ascended on another day. Unless that, you can't be my king. Because in order to be my king, you've got to be able to be my Lord and my Savior. It's been said, if I might take my time, that Jesus is qualified to be our king. Why is he qualified? Because he's the first and the last. He's the beginning and the end. He's the keeper of creation and the creation of all. Somebody said he's the architect of the universe and the manager of all times. He always was, he always is, he always will be. He's unmoved, he's unchanged, he's undefeated, and he'll never be undone. Jesus, I'm talking about, the King. He was bruised and brought healing. He was pierced and eased pain. He was persecuted and brought freedom. He was dead and he brought life. Jesus, he is risen and brings power. He reigns and brings peace. The world can't understand him. Armies can't defeat him. The schools can't explain him. The leaders can't ignore him. Herod couldn't kill him. The Pharisees couldn't confuse him. And the people couldn't hold him. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Nero couldn't crush him. Hitler couldn't silence him. White supremacy couldn't change him. The New Age can't replace him. Jesus. He fulfilled the writings of the Old Testament, the prophecy. He was born of a virgin, raised in the ghetto of Nazareth. He lived a sinless life. He died the Passover lamb to redeem us. He was buried in a tomb for 3 days and 3 nights, preached a revival in hell, and he rose again so that we might have everlasting life. Do you know who the king of my life is? Jesus. He's the greatest treasure. He's the pearl of great price. They that seek him will find him. Wise men still seek him and find him, and he's altogether lovely. He's the giver of all wisdom and the author of all that is good. Do you know the king? He's the rock of my salvation. He's my fortress in the time of trouble. He's my shield, my defender, my shelter. He's the one that I run to. Right on, King Jesus. No man can hinder thee. Jesus will never leave me. Jesus will never forsake me. Jesus is the best friend I could ever have. Jesus is a friend who's always there. Jesus, when all other friends have come and gone, Jesus is king of my life. There's no one like Jesus. No one will ever replace him. Forever he will reign as King of Kings. Jesus, he's light, he's love, he's longevity. Jesus, he's good, he's kind, he's gentle. Jesus, he's holy, he's righteous, he's mighty, he's powerful, he's pure. Jesus, his ways are right. His word is eternal. His will is unchanging. His mind is in me. Jesus, somebody said, he's my redeemer. He's my savior. He's my God. He's my peace. He's my healer. He's my way maker. Good God from Zion. Right on, King Jesus. He's my joy. He's my comfort. He's my master. He rules my life. Jesus, I tell you, I serve to bow to him because his banner is love. His burden is light. His goal for me is abundant life. Jesus, Jesus, I bow to him because he is the wisdom of the wise. He's the power of the powerful. He's the ancient of days. He's the ruler of rulers. He's the leader of leaders. He's the overseer of the overcomers and the sovereign one. And Jesus, he's king of my life. His goal is relationship with us. He will never leave us, never mislead us, never forget us, never overlook us, never cancel my appointment. In his appointment book, Jesus is king of my life. I was a sinner. He died for me. I was in bondage. He set me free. I was on my way to hell. He redeemed me. Jesus, Jesus, my risen Savior, my Lord. Oh, how he loves me. Jesus is the king of my life. When I fall, he lifts me up. Wish I had a witness out there. When I fail, he forgives. When I'm weak, he's strong. When I'm lost, he's the way. When I'm afraid, he's my courage. When I stumble, he steadies me. When I'm hurt, he heals me. When I'm broken, he mends me. When I'm blind, he leads me. When I'm hungry, he feeds me. When I face trials, he's with me. When I face persecution, he shields me. When I face problems, he comforts me. When I face loss, he provides for me. And when I face death, he's going to carry me home. Jesus. Jesus is everything for everybody, everywhere, every time, in every way. Who is the king of your life? I declare Jesus is the king. Who do you run to? Run to when things are weary. Who do you run to when you're weak? Who do you run to when nothing else will help? Who do you run to? You ought to be saying, take me to the king. Because if Jesus said it, that settles it. God is in control. I'm on his side. He's the mediator between God and man. He's the truth. He's the life. He's God. He's faithful. I'm his. He's mine. Take me to the king. In every situation, every promise in him is answered. Every problem taken to him, he can work it out. All the purpose of life is found in serving him. He is my peace. He is my joy. He is my strength. In every situation, take me to the king. When I don't know what to do, take me to the king. When my mind is confused, take me to the king. When the society is in a mess, take me to the king. When America won't do right, take me to the king. He is the king of my life, and I crown him now. Right on. King Jesus. Nobody can hinder you. If you need a king this morning, right where you are, you ought to give your life to Jesus Christ and let every other wannabe king die and trust him alone.